Stop where you are. Before you continue, walk through your home and count your doors. Not just bedrooms and bathrooms, every door. Every closet, every utility space, every door at the end of every hallway. Count them. If the number matches what you expected, you may continue with some reassurance. If there is a door you cannot account for, a door that does not correspond to a space you have previously entered, or a door you do not remember being there before, do not continue this broadcast. Contact the Bureau of Residential Architecture Integrity immediately. We are available. We have been waiting for calls like yours since 1976. Structural Anomaly Advisory. Bureau of Residential Architecture Integrity. Division of Anomalous Structural Features. Classification, Door 5. This advisory was first issued in 1976 following 18 reports received in a 6-month period from individuals in 6 states who reported the same experience, discovering a door in their home that they were certain had not been there before. In each of the initial cases, the door led to a room the subject had never entered. In some cases, a room whose existence was architecturally impossible given the known dimensions of the structure. The Bureau was established to investigate. 50 years of investigation have produced findings we are obligated to share with you, even though sharing them does not resolve the situation. It only clarifies it. If you have found a door that should not be there, follow these instructions immediately. First, do not open it. The Bureau's research is unambiguous on this point. Of the documented cases in which subjects opened anomalous doors, the outcomes fall into 3 categories. We will describe those categories later in this advisory. None of them are categories that make you glad you opened the door. Second, do not assume it is a mistake. Do not assume you miscounted. Do not assume the previous tenant installed a closet you did not notice during your inspection. The Bureau receives hundreds of reports every year from people who, after investigation, discover a mundane explanation for an unexpected door. Those cases are closed. If you are calling the Bureau, it is because you have already looked for a mundane explanation. It is because you already know that this door is not a closet. Third, document the door without touching it. Photograph it. Measure the distance from known structural features. Note the material, the hinges, whether there is light or sound from the other side. The Bureau needs this documentation. We need it before you open it. We always need it before. We never get it after. Fourth, do not tell anyone inside your home about the door yet. In 11 documented cases, subjects who informed family members or roommates about an anomalous door found that those individuals did not perceive the door. They looked at the location where the subject reported the door and saw a wall. This has 2 possible interpretations. The Bureau has spent 50 years trying to determine which one is correct. The Bureau classifies anomalous structural features by their origin profile. Class 1, the overlooked feature. The door, room, or passage was always present in the structure. Previous occupants may have used it, sealed it, or forgotten it. Building records, if they exist, would confirm it. In Class 1 cases, the structure is not the anomaly. The anomaly is that you could not perceive the feature until now. Something changed in your perceptual relationship to your home. The Bureau considers this the most benign classification and the most unsettling implication. Class 2, the interpolated feature. The door was not present in the structure when you moved in. It is present now. It has always been present in the sense that, if you look at old photographs of the interior, it appears in them. If you check your memory of the space, you now remember it being there. The door inserted itself into your history as well as your present. Class 2 cases involve what the Bureau internally describes as retroactive architecture, structures that exist and have always existed and will always have existed despite not having existed before. The Bureau does not have a framework for this that satisfies our engineers. Class 3, the responsive feature. The door appeared in response to something the subject did or thought or felt. In 17 documented Class 3 cases, subjects reported that the door appeared shortly after a significant emotional event, a decision made, a relationship ending, a moment of clarity or fear or grief. The Bureau does not believe that emotions cause doors to appear. We believe that in some cases, a door that was waiting to be perceived becomes perceptible at a moment when the subject's psychological state aligns with whatever the door requires for visibility. We do not know what a door requires for visibility. We are documenting that some doors appear to require something. Case Door 57. Subject, female, 55, home of 30 years, 2001. Subject reported finding a door at the end of her second-floor hallway that she was certain had not been there that morning. She had lived in the house for 30 years. She knew every inch of it. The door was wooden, old, slightly smaller than standard height, with a brass knob and no visible lock. Under the door, no light, no sound. She called the Bureau. A field investigator arrived within 4 hours. The investigator examined the door. It appeared structurally sound, properly framed, with appropriate trim and painted to match the hallway wall, with paint that was not new. The door had been painted the same color as the hallway walls during a renovation the subject had done 9 years earlier. The door appeared to have been painted at the same time. The subject's husband, contacted by phone, had no memory of the door. When he arrived home and saw the door, he reported that he had always known it was there and could not explain why he was only now thinking about it. The investigator noted, he cannot identify a single specific memory of the door, but he is certain it has always been there. She has 30 years of specific memories of the hallway with no door. The door appears to have given him a history it could not give her. The door remains unopened. The subject moved. She reports that she sometimes dreams about what is on the other side. In the dreams, she says, it is not a room. Case Door 514. Subject, male, 28, apartment, 2006. Subject found a door in his kitchen, not where a door could reasonably exist given the exterior wall behind it, the neighbors on either side, and the apartment below. The door opened inward. This means it opened into the exterior wall of the building. The subject touched the handle on the third day of its presence. He reported that the handle was warm. He did not open it but noted that what he felt through the handle was not the warmth of a room kept at normal temperature. It was the warmth, he said, of something alive and large maintaining its own heat on the other side. He contacted the Bureau. The investigator arrived. The investigator also touched the handle. The investigator's report noted, warm. Not room temperature. I cannot verify the source of heat. There is no space on the other side of this wall. I am not recommending we open it. The Bureau's regional director reviewed the report and added a single line, agreed. The door disappeared 11 days later. The handle left a mark on the subject's palm, a circular impression that faded over 3 weeks. The mark did not blister. It was simply an impression, as if something on the other side had pressed back. The Bureau must now describe the three categories of outcomes for subjects who opened anomalous doors. Category 1. The door leads to an ordinary space. A storage closet, a utility room, an empty hallway. The subject opens the door and finds nothing unusual. They feel foolish for their fear. The Bureau considers this outcome to be the rarest and to require the most caution in interpretation, because in 4 of the 7 Category 1 cases on file, subjects who opened the door to find an ordinary space subsequently reported, over the following weeks, that the space changed. What had been an empty closet began acquiring objects they did not put there. What had been a utility room began containing sounds the building's infrastructure could not account for. The ordinary space, the Bureau believes, was ordinary because it was not yet ready. Category 2. The door leads to a space that should not exist. A room too large for the structure, a corridor extending beyond the building's footprint, a staircase descending below the foundation. Subjects in Category 2 report that the space beyond the door does not behave like physical space. Dimensions do not remain consistent. Return paths do not always lead back to the door. The Bureau has recovered 12 subjects from Category 2 situations. The recovery reports are sealed. Category 3. The subject opens the door and does not come back to tell us what was on the other side. The Bureau has 11 open cases in this category. We do not know if those subjects are beyond the door or beyond our reach. We are still looking for them. The Bureau's final instruction under Advisory Door 5: if you have found a door, do not open it alone. Do not open it tonight. Wait for Bureau contact. We understand that the door is there and you want to know what is on the other side. We understand that the longer it is there, the stronger that need becomes. The Bureau's field investigators report consistently that anomalous doors exert a kind of pull, not physical, not psychological in any clinical sense, but present. The desire to open a door is ordinary. The desire to open this specific door is something else. It feels like the door is asking you. The Bureau needs you to understand that the door asking you does not mean you should say yes. It means the door knows you are there. It has known since before you found it. It has been waiting for you to find it, and now that you have, it is waiting for you to open it, and it has been very patient, and it can keep being patient. And that is exactly why you should not open it tonight, and you should call us first, and you should wait, because we have found, in 50 years of this work, that some doors are better left as questions, and that the answer on the other side is not the same as the question in front of it.